Hi, I'm Chad Yates with a special edition of Pop Music Trivia featuring 10 popular artists which surprisingly are still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In no particular order, here's 10 of them. Number 10, Pat Benatar. During the 80s, she belted out over a dozen top 40 hits, including Love is a Battlefield, We Belong, Invincible, while her husband Neil Giraldi produced and played guitar on them, including this 1980 million seller. Number 9. Brooklyn-born singer-songwriter-pianist Neil Sedaka, who had a string of hits in the early 60s and came back about a dozen years later with a string of hits in the 70s. He's still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He co-wrote and had hits with songs like Calendar Girl, Happy Birthday, Sweet 16, Laughter in the Rain, Bad Blood, and he co-wrote Captain and Tennille's signature hit, Love Will Keep Us Together. Let's go back to his first number one hit from the summer of '62.
Breaking up is hard to do. Don't take your love away from me. Don't you leave my heart in misery.
Number 8, The Cars. They drove a parade of hits up the charts during the late 70s and 80s with singer-guitarist Rick Ocasek in the driver's seat. With songs like My Best Friend's Girl, Drive, You Might Think, Tonight She Comes, and this one. Number 7 on my list of 10 popular artists which surprisingly are still not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame would be Jan and Dean. This surf rock duo from Los Angeles began their string of hits even before the Beach Boys. Some of Jan and Dean's notable hits include Little Old Lady from Pasadena, Baby Talk, Drag City, Dead Man's Curve, and this song, which Brian Wilson wrote and sang backup vocals on. Their biggest hit, 1963's Surf City. Number 6. How about a posthumous induction of Jim Croce into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? In his short-lived music career, he had some great successes, with songs like Time in a Bottle, You Don't Mess Around with Jim, I Got a Name, and Bad Bad Leroy Brown.
And it's bad, bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in the whole damn town, better than old King Kong, meaner than a junkyard dog.
Number 5. I think it's really surprising that Tommy James and the Shondells aren't yet in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They had one hit after another during the late 60s. Their self-composed hits included Mony Mony, Crystal Blue Persuasion, Dragging the Line, Crimson and Clover, I Think We're Alone Now, and their first number 1. From the summer of '66.
My baby does the hanky-panky. Yeah, my baby does the hanky-panky.
Number 4. How is it that Electric Light Orchestra, simply known as E.L.O., is not yet in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? This rock orchestra group from Birmingham, England, led by Jeff Lynne, gave us many progressive hits, including Don't Bring Me Down, Telephone Line, Strange Magic, Shine a Little Love, and many more, including this one. Number 3, the Doobie Brothers. This California rock band had two distinctively different careers. During the early 70s, Tom Johnston rocked on lead vocals on Long Train Runnin', China Grove, and Listen to the Music, while Michael McDonald gave the Doobies a different sound when he sang lead on What a Fool Believes, Taking It to the Streets, and Minute by Minute, among others. Here's the song that launched the career of the Doobie Brothers back in 1972. Number 2. Like E.L.O., the Moody Blues were also from Birmingham, England, and also had their own symphonic sound. For the Moody Blues, it started in 1965 with Go Now, and after Denny Lane left, Justin Hayward and John Lodge changed the direction of the band with a more sophisticated sound on hits like Tuesday Afternoon, Question, and this song released in 1968, which didn't find success until 1972.
Nights in white satin, never reaching the end.
Now, number 1. But I want to mention again, these 10 artists are featured in no particular order. They are all worthy of the honor of being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Guess Who, the Canadian supergroup that gave us many great and memorable hits from the late 60s to the 70s, which Burton Cummings and Randy Bachman were the nucleus of on hits like These Eyes, No Time, Laughing, Undone, and American Woman.
American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be.
There you have it. 10 popular music artists that surprisingly are not yet in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There are many more as well, and hopefully they will eventually find their way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Join me next time for more pop music trivia, and please share this video. Thank you.